Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Matt here from MTG, and today we're going to do 5 more cards that are unbelievable. You won't believe are under $1. Now, some of these cards may have recently left standard, or they've just gone out of favour, and they've just dropped down to a really good price. So at the time of recording, all of these cards were under $1. So without further ado, let's get on to the first card today, and the first card we're looking at is Dreadlord Invasion. From Waterspark, this is a 1 black enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and amass 1. This is a really good card. Maybe you could build Zombie Tribal if you want to play Modern and build some kind of fun deck. Or you build in maybe a Zombie Commander deck. Dreadlord Invasion is really good. Because what's good about this is that it just keeps spitting out a token. Now, at the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and amass 1. So this token can get bigger and bigger. You put a 1/1 counter on an army you control. If you don't control one, say it gets killed, you then just create another one. Whenever a zombie token you control with power 6 or greater attacks, it gains lifelink till end of turn. Now, that is very good for black decks because they do like to do damage themselves, like the enchantment does. Upkeep, lose 1 life, you get to amass 1. But when you get to that magic 6, you can start getting those 1 life losses back. And Dreadlord Invasion for 2 mana, I think is a very, very good card to have in your collection. The next one we look at as well, another Waterspark, is Casualties of War. This was brilliant in Standard. You see it very at the top end, but ramp decks could play this a lot earlier. It has so many great abilities that are just really good in Commander. Now, you will pay for them. It's 2 double black, double green, so 6 mana costs for a sorcery, but still great. You get to choose 1 or more. Destroy target artifact, creature, enchantment, land, or planeswalker, and you can do 1 or more, so you can do all of these. Now, remember in a commander game, you could actually just target different people with this. So, maybe there's an annoying artifact from one player, do that, you get rid of a big creature, some kind of annoying enchantment, a land that's just, really problematic. Maybe it'd be something, like a Nixthos or something like that. You can, stop in person getting devotion, and a planeswalker. Planeswalkers are problematic. This card can just deal with them all. Maybe it's just going to target one player, but Casualties of War has that flexibility to be really good in the Golgari colours or any colours that you're mixing with Golgari. And I think for 6 mana, you're doing a hell of a lot here. And yeah, I'm really glad that I've got a couple of these in my collection. So make sure, now they're under $1, make sure you get some of these in yours as well. Now go to one of my favourite cards, and now this is a card that goes up and down in price, and it's down below $1 now. Young Pyromancer, very good. Played in multiple decks in Modern as well, can be played in token decks, anything that plays, spells, matters, instants and sorceries. This is a cracking 2/1 creature for 2 mana, just going to be spitting out red elemental creature tokens. Can be used in Commander as well, I have seen it there as well, but primarily for me, this is a Modern card and maybe, older formats as well. Young Pyromancer for 2 mana does a lot. This is the M14 printing. For me, if you want to build any type of token deck, this is a real good build around card. Young Pyromancer, like a lot of creatures, it's a 2/1, so easily killed with removal, but you can't not play a card because it can beat by removal. This can potentially get you a lot of value, and basically it can win you games. You've got that go wide strategy. A Young Pyromancer is a very cool card, and that uncommon, I think, while it's under $1, because this one does flitter up and down, definitely get a few of these, maybe the playset into your collection. Last 2 cards now, and the next one is Intrepid Hero. I really like this for Commander. It's 3 mana and it's for white, and it's it gives you some extra removal in white. For me, this is a Commander card. Played, you don't see it played too much, which is why I think it's potentially dropped below that, because obviously it comes in, it doesn't face, you've got to wait a turn before you can do the ability, but it's still a really cool effect. And for a budget card, now under $1, I think this is really cool. It can go into a tribal theme of human or soldiers, which makes it good for any of those Commander decks that are going down those sort of routes as well. And tap it to destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. Now, in Commander late game, this is still going to be good, maybe early if people are ramping out as well. And if you've got a way in your deck maybe to untap, that would be even special as well, because you'd be able to tap this down, kill a creature, untap, and potentially do it again. The stats are only a 1/1 because it's really there to be utilised for me for its ability. It could be pumped up if you know, but it's not really the kind of creature that you want to be attacking with. You're using it for its ability to destroy. And for me, Intrepid Hero, now under $1 is if it's not in your collection already and you haven't got one, maybe for Commander decks, get this into your deck. I think it'd be a really good addition. The last card we're looking at now, it's had a recent reprint and it's always been above $1. It's going around $2, $2.50. It's Unbreakable Formation. This is a cracking card. Recently left, it's been in Standard as well. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn, and this is great in any manner of creature deck that you're playing in Commander or anything like that. Maybe possibly used in modern mono white humans as well. I've seen this being used as well. So it has addendum as well. If you cast this spell during your main phase, put a 1/1 counter on each of those creatures and they gain vigilance. So you've got the choice to do this in your main phase and get a real good bonus of it, putting 1/1 counters, and vigilance sometimes could be really, really effective when the attacks might be coming back to you if you're going all out and attacking one of your opponents. But for me, even at instant speed to stop against a Wrath or anything like that, as long as it's not exile, this Unbreakable Formation is a cracking card. Now, this was above, and for this kind of card, for this kind of effect, we've all seen cards like Heroic Intervention in green. That's had a recent reprint, but it's still a very, quite an expensive card. Unbreakable Formation for the white decks, or anyone mixture of white, I think is, in Commander, definitely having there's a one-off if you've got a lot of creature-based ones. If you, like I said before, if you've been on the human decks or anything like this, goes great into mono white. Humans for modern, I think, as well, maybe as a 3-of in there. Unbreakable Formation, now under $1. I'm going to be picking a few of these up for my white decks because I just think it's a really, really strong card. So that's 5 more cards under $1 for you. Are they in your collection already? Did you have these in there and didn't realise? Or, a good time to go and pick these cards up for me. Let me know what you think of all these cards. Do you already have them? Do you play them? How strong do you think these are? They're, they're basically budget cards now because they're under that $1 price. And I just want to say thanks for watching the video today. Big shout outs to all my Patreons. Thanks for your support. And anyone, if you watch the video to your end, please let me know and comment there. It really does help watching the videos to the end. YouTube love that, and I love it. So give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you on the next one.